Fanny, Joy, and Kadira, and also Angela, Paquito, and Uranus still respecting that Aran pick. But another thing is still the same. It's going to be Fredrin on the jungle, most likely for Senza Lucas and Van.
Let's see what will happen here. It seems like for the side of Aura, they will stick with what they know best. Picking up that Fredrin, it worked for them, but this time Yves will be picked up. So yeah, again, Valentina, I touched on how Valentina kind of fall off here after week 1. Very low win rate, very hard to use, but it seems like now with that Yves and Claude pick, they will somehow adjust their approach, right? With this Yves, just more comfort. High ground, check. Mid-clear, check. And let's see here, what will the response from the side of Aura? They might actually secure a hero for Aran early. I'm looking at a Paquito pick here.
Already banned.
Oh,
so I really like the Eve pick because Kadira is already banned. Also Fanny too, Joy too. Like all these 3 heroes counter the Eve pretty well, and I think it suits Sans more on his playstyle. He kites really well. Like every time I see Sans with the Eve, I always had a throwback for game number 4 against Brand Esports. You know that, Mirko, like the incredible comeback from Sans. But in this case, though, a lot of range, a lot more range compared to Valentina. That's why I really like it more. And it gets a Fredrin too.
Yeah, I mean, Beatrix and Arlet now will be picked. So the same 3 heroes that entered game 1 from the side of Aura Fire, but not that Yves. Let's see here how it will impact Onic's game style. The second game, a lot of AoEs though with that Claude and Yves. Will they bank another hero that can and has a lot of area of effect? Is the question. I'm looking at a hero that is, will they commit to another assassin here? Seeing just the Beatrix pick up though. It might be a little bit too early, so they might secure a hero for Boots. And I'm looking at the Masha here.
Oof.
What do you think the Masha is picked up this early though? It's still a good flex, so nice call.
Wow.
But wow, even despite the fact that the Arlet has been used in the roam position, they still go for the Masha.
Yeah.
I believe it's just for the Beatrix mainly, yeah?
It's for the main. Thunderclap, bro. Thunderclap.
And the disarm. Can't basic attack now.
No.
Where your guns go, nerd? That's usually what Masha says to marksmen. Yeah,
I agree. And there you go. Second phase, here we go. Keyboys is hero. And Kyrie hero has yet to be picked. Aura here, what are they looking for?
Nah, bend the link, bro. Bend the link, bro. It's just too much. Bit too much. If this was like in the first game, if it's not Kyrie, Onic would be losing greatly.
Okay. Valentina then will limit the mid laners here. What will Aura Fire do though? Will they limit the Ling like Sheffin said? Or will they limit Keyboy? And there you go, they will limit Keyboy here. Seems like you ban Kyrie's hero. Kyrie has a lot of heroes in his arsenal, so quite ineffective, I might say. See here, last ban for side of Onic. They will commit to a Feramis ban here, so targeting towards Zen.
I like that. There's not much options left on that mid lane area. Probably Farsa. If you're gonna go far, you can go for Lilia too. But so far, Onic Esports, it's a bit different from the first game. There's just the plan is much more clear in this case, but we'll see how it will fare in the second phase of the draft. But for Aura Fire, it's still, like you said, Mirko, that Arla is most likely going to go to the roaming area, but it's still not final, even though it's already countered by the Masha. But I still think it is a possibility if they want to go for like a lock hero, like a Kaja, for that Yves or for that Claude.
If they see a utility jungler on the hands of Onic, they might actually go for the Arlet XP and a Novaria roam, just to give them a bit more pressure to play with. Again, Novaria Beatrix is a combination we've seen Aura utilize before, but now with the Kaja, Onic are waiting for that Novaria pick if it actually happens. For Aura, I think it's a bit too risky to pull that off now, knowing that a Link can still show up.
This is what I expect a draft coming from Onic in Game 1. It's in their K2V as well. Pick off heroes, right? Sure, Akai can pick off, but with the suppression from Kaja, right? It's just a sure lock. It's just a sure pick off. Let's see here, Aura Fire, what will their respawn be? Surely they need someone that can AoE. EXP. Wow, this is tough. This is tough. Will you draft going up against Kaja here? Oh, Farsa.
Yeah, that's the only like. Oh,
Esmeralda.
I said it earlier. Like the one that goes with Paquito and Uranus is Esmeralda. A very like quite natural pick for Oran, even though he doesn't really know him well right now. But for Kyrie, I think Ling is still the pick here. Surely, right? Because there's just too much backline presence for this team against Aura Fire. But the question still remains against Kabuki and his Haas Claws, his Wind of Natures. It's going to be harder for you to create a play.
I think the Lancelot might be a bit better here, just able to negate a lot of the CC coming in. Meanwhile, for the Ling, remember, you gotta be much more careful. Let's see if they go for it. Nope, they go for a Martis. Yeah, if they want to negate even more CC, then it's a Martis. And oh man, I mean, we have seen this before. Snapdragon, Kyrie, I believe, picked up a Maniac on this Martis.
Well, it is. I'm not doubting Kyrie here, but it's just doesn't feel right. He's on utility jungler, especially when you're the ace of the team. You have to play your power heroes. But Martis, as you said earlier, there's still awkwardness on his kit or on his playstyle. In the late game, it's gonna be harder for you to create, especially against a lot of CCs coming in from Fredrin. I don't know, man. Getting bursted down by Kabuki is also an option too.
Man, looking at the composition, I like it. It's more even now, game 2, between Aura and the side of Onic. Remember, Aura Fire, they have match point here. Will Onic equalize in this game or not? Let's see, what will Captain Boots brew with and on that Masha?
Well, now it lies
There's
in
a pause,
the early to mid, I believe, for Onic. Remember, this is their match history in week 2.
Oh, 2 dubs, 2 clean sweeps as well. Albert being one of the impact player in the last 2 match. So let's see here again. Van showing consistency. I like it. Game 1, he was very consistent in that Fedrin. Will he bring it again in game 2 is the question. He was the impact player here going up against Rebellion. Who, oh my God. Seems like the new kid on the block, Iran, brings a lot of potency in this Aura Fire team.
Last time they matched up in week number 2, it was up against Auditizi on the Franco. And on the other side of the spectrum, right, when Iran carries Aura, Kimura was actually one of the factors as to why Rebellion were able to come back. A lot of these clutch iron hooks was able to be landed on the Grok at the time, who just maybe is allergic to the power of nature.
Yeah, like if you're a Grok player, always use your power of nature. Always use your first kill if you want to open your map, because CCs, when you don't have that first kill, it's going to be susceptible to you. And also, you're not very tanky as well, especially against magic damage, because you don't scale that magic tower, that physical damage to that magic defense. It's only physical defense.
Oh. What's wrong, Sheffin? What's wrong?
We're gonna see top 5 fan heroes here for MPL Indonesia Season 12. Fanny, as we always see, always on the top. With the
30% win rate though.
Whoa.
I think the Fannies that have been let go have been the non-lethal Fannies. Do you agree? Because I think with this, if you give it over to Kyrie, if you give it over to Nile, then it has been pretty solid. If you give it over to the Fanny gods of MPLID, but the matches where Fanny is not Fanny, just shows you how high the skill ceiling is for Fanny. If you're really good on Fanny, it's 100%, but if you're mid at Fanny, then you
just let it go.
Who are you calling out right now?
Nobody.
I'm not calling out anyone.
But this is my point, right? Valentina, 22 times being banned. Very low win rate, 30%. So it shows that if you compare it to Yves, who has 70% win rate.
Or maybe it's the same as Fanny, high skill ceiling.
Moreno has lost a Valentina game in this season though.
Sans as well.
Exactly. So,
but guess who hasn't lost on a Valentina this season?
Clay.
Exactly.
I mean, Clay
barely
lost any game at all. That's a bit unfair, I would say, but yeah, Sans is definitely one of the best mechanical mid laner in Indonesia. It's a bit weird that he's not performing on this hero. A hero that a lot of people might say is very overpowered.
Yep, indeed. And ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? Back at home, will Onic equalize in this game? Or take a look at your screen right now. Aura Fire. They're fired up.
Bring up the fire.
Eterna's right there celebrating with the Aura Fire fans.
There you go, Eterna.
You can see her right there, but let's take a look at the top 5 week 2 picked heroes, most picked heroes. Oh, Paquito's still up there in week number 2. 70% win rate, so it dropped. It was 84%, now it's 70%.
I mean, 70% is still very, very high, especially in MPLID. You can
High is in Aura.
What?
High is in Aura.
Sure.
Mirko's not wrong. High is in Aura.
I don't know what to say right now. I'm a bit...
You know what I want to say? Gani, 70% win rate.
Ooh,
I don't know how that works,
what?
but yeah. No, it's okay. It's okay, Gani.
I don't...
It's okay. It's okay. Sometimes life just does that.
I don't get it. What are we talking about here? Is that an inside joke?
Sheffin, you're
No.
in your own world
Why
right now.
are you
Stop
lost?
looking at the girls on screen.
Exactly,
Wow,
Shelfin. You're just too
wow.
focused.
You're not
fine.
controlling my eyes. You don't see what I'm doing with my eyes.
Now it's the
Maybe I'm
players.
focusing on the jackets.
Now the screens is just the players. You're now in the
Focus.
conversation suddenly. What do you mean?
See, I'm not responding. I'm not responding. That's
Oh,
why.
okay, so it's okay.
Okay.
It's balanced.
It's okay. Balance, yes.
Balance, okay.
Get Sheffin off the desk right now. We're going to be talking, me and you, Gani. Let's talk about that game, or the draft for this game. Do you think Onic has a better draft with the Aura?
I think this is more of Onic's identity, right? With the Kaja, with the Yves. Well, I don't want to say that Valentina's isn't Sansa's identity, but Sheffin.
What?
This is your time to shine.
Ask me about the draft. Ask me about the draft.
You know what?
Come on,
since
come on.
since we're troubleshooting a problem anyways, right? Here, Sheffin, commentate over the main event for you.
Oh, Albert with the beautiful jacket here. A very, creative jacket here because you don't really see this kind of design very often. You usually go for like a very menacing design, a lot of dark colors, so you can intimidate your opponent. But in this case, a lot of flowers, a lot of happy vibes here for Onic jacket. There you go. That's my analysis for you. How about that?
1,060 GPM though for Albert.
Oh wow. Didn't
That's
see
his
that.
average? Holy moly.
I think so, right? Or this is the highest? No, this is the highest, surely. So this is like, yeah, highest GPM. 1,060.
It's over 900.
It's over 1,000.
Yeah, it is.
That's crazy, right?
But the fact that Heist is also there is pretty cool though, because Rebellion Zion they haven't been very well in the first few weeks and just turned up the notch the second week, winning against Aura Fire, which is pretty. As you said, Mirko, the Aran was not there yet, or Aran wasn't Aran at that time.
It was still Kimura.
Yeah.
He needs to evolve first, but they're not the same person. So Aran.
So Aran Yeager.
Oh, is that the name we're gonna give him?
That depends, right?
I don't think his heroes have, suits that name just yet. Maybe if he can beat a Titan here, Onic, then maybe he can be the Titan Slayer and he can take that name.
Ooh, Titan Slayer. I like it. The attack on Titan, attack on Onic.
Yes, Gani, but this time it's a dragon who's attacking the Sky Kings. Technically, if you want to attack the Sky Kings, you need someone who can fly, and the dragon certainly can fly all the way to the sky.
Well, we have seen a dragon against Onic before, and also with the help of gods, but they still cannot close the deal against Onic in that game 2, still losing 2-0. In this case around, it's only dragon, so what are we talking here? What's the message here?
Of course, you send it over to me when a girl shows up on screen, Sheffin.
What? That's my intent. I swear to God,
Yes.
that was not my intention.
It's
I
okay.
swear to God.
Enjoy the view. But yeah, I think for the drafts, I agree with you, Gani. I think in the early game, it's going to be very Onic-centric.
Yep.
And Onic definitely have the better early game. If they can utilize that to end in the mid-game, then it's going to be great. CW, though, it seems like he doesn't even have control of his own neck.
Like Sheffin during the break.
Oh.
But
Samo.
Oh, it's Hack's
Oh
team.
man, Samo. When he was at Onic, he was sitting in the bench. Now he's at Aura, and he's sitting on the bench with a fellow friendo. It's fine. Kimura's right there to keep him company with his power of nature allergy.
He's already warm in Onic as a bench warmer. He's even more warm in this case because he's in a fiery environment in Aura Fire. So I think he has some increase in temperature, but we'll see. When will he debut and what's the impact for this guy? Because we've been talking about the whole of Aura Fire might be the roaming area because Hai is not really used to playing that role, but Samwise might be the perfect guy to replace him. But in this case, I think he's doing just fine. Hai.
Yeah, I think he is the surprise effects. But taking a look at Keyboy's talent there, PYT.
Okay, game number 2 of Onic versus Aura Fire.
Let's get it, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Will Onic equalize or will Aura Fire sweep Onic in this current match? Take a look at Hai here, already jumping in all the mid battle here between the mid laners and the roam. You love to see the trades.
Aura Fire has to be careful because Keyboy was a non-factor in game number 1, and right now he's using one of his signature heroes in Kaja, already rotating towards Kabuki and might be forcing a flick. No, okay.
Okay, so this Kaja here opted for that Quantum Charge. Why? He wants that extra movement speed and health regeneration as well, right? So I love it. Tank Emblem, PYT as well. Let's pull yourself together so it adds more pressure for that flicker and as well as conceal. Let's see though. Again, both teams just trading here. Again, Keyboy, Sans, Albert even, they will look for that level 4. Perhaps to just add more farm and as well as add more pressure towards the side of Aura Fire. Let's see here, the first hurdle here in 28 seconds.
Good stun from Sin here. Kyrie already looking for that kill. It's a good hold from Van and Hai as well to get Sin that gold and XP. But again, comes down to this lane. Aran on that Esmeralda against Boots. Who actually wins in this matchup?
Like, no one's gonna win.
It's a dead lane.
Yeah, it is. But in the late game, I would say Esmeralda has a bit more an edge because you can't really... You know what? I take it back. Masha definitely has more DPS and has more survivability against the Esmeralda, but we're not talking about 1v1 here. We're talking about the use in a team fight, or maybe the use in non-team fights for Aran, but Kyrie getting chunked up really low while Aran
doing a good job. Divine Judgment locking him down, though. A good final slash to isolate. Aran is able to escape right now. Boots is scratching him down. But Van has gotten the space, and he secured the turtle and Appraiser's Wrath as well. Onic lose on in the early game. Gani, this is a disaster.
Not in Onic's game plan for sure, right? I mean, talking about the early game there, Aran managed to chunk Kyrie to health HP. That is what is Aura Fire. That is why they have the advantage. The Van will secure the turtle, no doubt, no problem. And Aran survived. Man, that's a dub. That's a huge dub. Even though he wasted the sprint, hey, Boots also used the sprint.
That's not a waste at all. And you get that turtle. But so far, Kyrie, you know, in that team fight, he doesn't look like useful at all because this is Martis we're talking about. That's why I prefer Aura Fire's composition because Kyrie is not going to be as good as in Martis as he is on his assassins, I would say.
Yeah, this is, I don't know, let's see here. I expected more pressure here with the Kaja, with the Eve, and perhaps this is what they're trying to do. Trying to look for the invade, trying to pressure. But, ooh.
Okay. I see. So, you know,
Fire.
Really count on Aura Fire to end the quote-unquote streak of Onic, the dominance of Onic. But so far, Albert is just going to farm really well here. But Keyboy in trouble. Feather airstrike.
Oh, wow. Wait, he's tapping everything. He's getting everything.
Oof, what a sidestep.
Now Albert runs away. BMI out to safety. Onic with the response, a late one at that. But Van, Sin, and Hai are still holding on. Now stun onto Keyboy. It's a kill on Keyboy. Hai with first blood.
Oh my god, that's a good trade for out of Aura Fire. Now Kabuki will collect the gold shield turret bot side. Good timing as well, and that will give more advantage for side of Aura Fire. Take a look at the gold shift. Not gold shift, but gold addition, gold increase. It was at 900 10 seconds ago. Now it's 1.3. Turtle is up, and of course, Aura Fire, they have the advantage.
I think so far we can deduce that Aran's favorite stat is that movement speed boost because he already built that brute force breastplate instead of those dominance eyes that usually used by Esmeralda.
Wow.
Of course, Adamo, very aggressive.
Two-man falling Star Moon, and it ends up with Keyboy biting the dust. Aran with a kill, Sin flying away to safety. Now Boots losing a second HP bar, only now on the 1 HP bar to the... What? Aura Fire are outclassing Onic in the early game.
Man, Aran, I gotta be honest, he's making things look easy here for the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Doing his job.
The
And
heck?
Onic, they got out-rotated, outclassed, and take a look at the top side. The first turret will fall in this game. Again, a minute ago, it was 1,000
Wow.
gold lead, and now it's 2,500 gold lead. So a very good increase in that department. Onic, no play whatsoever, I gotta be honest.
Yeah, it's not just easy, it's very easy, especially for Vaughn, because there is no contest whatsoever from Kyrie, because there is no mobility that can help him to the total. And Aran, every time, man, the XP laner's job is to kind of end the fight before it even begins, and a lot of chunking, a lot of poke damage that he has before the fight really helps Onic, but in terms of helping, Keyboy trying to help Onic here.
Doesn't have the flicker though, so it's kind of all for naught.
Wow.
Renner's Apathy connecting as well. High should be able to find this. But the airstrike onto Keyboy. 4. Oh no, the last one dodged away from Van. Looking for that pick. But Keyboy is able to fly away. Van dashing forward once again. Sin, wow. Flying all the way back to get Kabuki pressure. And that's a turret for Aura again for free.
Sin. If there's yin and yang, this is Sin and Sans. Kind of similar to, right? Because a lot of people, even some mid laner in MPLID, kind of say that Sin might be the next Sans in the making because how aggressive he is. But in terms of aggressive, Aura Fire is looking to make something happen here. Hey.
Let's see here. 6 minutes in, 3,000 gold lead established already. So what does it say, right? It says that Aura Fire, they're leading in, look at the map. 60% of the map is blue. And Onic, they're struggling to find any play here. 0 kills with a composition that can pick off. Again,
Oh, Kyrie might be picked off right here. Prazer's Wrath taking him out. Boots with a thunderclap under the turret. Kabuki now taking the flickers out. And Boots gets baited in. Renner's Apathy. High picks up a kill. Van against 3. Escapes.
No.
Aran.
What?
Now running Sans down, slowing him and dealing damage. Sin is waiting for the right time. Aran with the recalls. On the recall, God. Aura 4,000 gold lead, 4-0.
What is the solution here for Aran? Like every time he gets ignored, even Aura Fire is still losing the fight. Damn if you do, damn if you don't.
man, this is not good for Onic. Aura Fire, they're really controlling here. 5,000 gold lead already established. And again, what does it say? Take a look at keyboard, cancelled. That's, I don't know. I think that's a lazy mistake. They're delayed now. And take a look at the siege on towards this tier 2. Aura Fire will definitely get it. No, okay, reinforcements coming. No, they will not commit to this. Okay, Van, slowed. Let's see.
Getting out, real world manipulation now popped in by Sans. Locking
No
Van down,
way.
Keyboy. Divine Judgment only onto Van. Renner's Apathy. Not connecting, but High picks the kill up nonetheless. Van with another taunt. Kyrie with a Mortal Coil. Disengaging Sin. Just giving vision. Van with another taunt. Kabuki finds a tier 2. And now it's the recalls. Aura are still deathless. Untouchable.
Oh.
Have you ever seen this, Goni? Onic just looks lost. It's just different from game 1. Game 1, like there's some hope for Onic. Even just, they're still kind of controlling the game at some point in the mid-game, but in this case, they're just losing very hard in all aspects.
Yeah, I've said this before earlier, right? I mean, no play whatsoever. Take a look at Kyrie now. Oh, still surviving. Okay, very interesting here. 2,500 gold ahead Boots. 4 out of Aran, and he opted for Brute Force and Oracle first. Why? Because no Dominance Eyes was built here from the side of Onic, which is quite surprising, which just creates more space for the side of Esmeralda. No anti-regen built.
Oh no.
And Kaja is on his way, but Albert.
Wait, 1v1, a Prazer's Wrath! Not a 1v1 with High joining in, but still, Albert gets picked off. He took a fight. And he lost it. Now up top, tier 2 falling again. A further airstrike to zone Boots. Kabuki has bought a win of nature. That means now, not even the Masha can threaten Kabuki in the back.
No, not at all. And this is why, back to my point, right? No member from side of Onic respects Iran. It seems like no dominance as no anti-region item built. And that is also why Iran is like, you know what? You don't have anti-region. Let me add region to my side. Building that oracle. And Iran is giving the recalls towards the side of Onic.
Dance, Esmeralda, dance. That's what Iran is doing. And Van, on the other side, getting the free Lord for Aura Fire. They're looking to end the series versus Onic, the mighty kings of Indonesia.
I just can't wait for the TikTok montages of the best him performance. I am him performance. What is it? It's gonna be Iran just recalling on the World Slayers.
Wow. Oh, God. Surely this is a better debut than Sans, right? I'm saying this at this point.
I think it might be, man. His pressure, though he only has 1 kill out of 6, his KP has never been his strong suit. But his distraction, the way he's able to just stay in the spotlight, recalling in front of everyone, and giving the team vision, giving the team so much more space. Now even a falling Star Moon onto Albert, taking half HP away from Albert. Up top, First Lord charging in. Kyrie brought back to the team now, pops in the Mortal Coil. Still able to escape. Renner's Apathy. With the airstrike, Sans has to flicker out!
Goodness.
And Boots loses all of his HP bars. Oh my goodness, he gets melted out. Now another falling Star Moon onto Kyrie. Aura Fire mounting another siege with a wave that is crashing down in the top lane base turret.
Oh my God, take a look at Sans now with the, flicker.
Finally.
Good Divine Judgment with a flicker as well. Now Kyrie into the mid with a decimation, but it doesn't connect onto anyone. Kabuki just takes him out, and it's a 2-4-1 syndrome for Kyrie and Boots.
I can't believe this, man. Kibo is using Kaja, and the only kill that he has right now is onto a half HP Farsa in Sin. This is not looking good for Onic.
Not at all.
This is not looking good indeed. And now, Onic 12 minutes in, 9,000 gold deficit. Aura Fire, they're just having fun at this point, right? But then again, job is not done. They need to stay composed here. They already have the lead. Albert is, at this point, right, basically desperate for gold. Take a look at the gold here. All funnel towards the mid and the gold because they're all banking on Albert's to reach its peak ASAP. Take a look at the items here. Only 3 items. Already 3 items now. Golden Staff, DHS, gold, and as well as the Wind of Nature. But yeah, 3,000 behind.
As an EXP?
That's as an EXP as well. And again, Dominance Ice already finally from Masha and as well as Kaja. But at this point, it's a little bit too late.
Okay. Aran is basically the complete opposite of Boots. When Boots doesn't care about the laning phase, only cares about the team, Aran doesn't care at most points, right? He just stays in lane, and that's why he's able to completely punish Boots, I think.
I think the only solution here for Onic is try to kite with Sans. That's what they've been doing against Gran in game number 4 in SPS, and I think this is a much harder job to do, considering you have High, which can bring you back into the team fight real hard, and Kabuki with Flicker is always on point. Also the range and the slows from Van is just way too hard to deal with for Onic. But Van gets another Lord. It is 100% objective rate for Aura Fire.
Wow. That's nasty, man. That's nasty. 100% neutral objective in this game. Turtle and Lord. It's not a it's not every day that you could see Onic getting battered 10k gold. Let's see here, with this firepower, will Aura Fire be able to close the game out?
Let's see, again, it's going to be the Lord crashing in to find a base turret in the mid lane. High taking in that disarm already. Aran and Sin sieging the bottom lane. Meanwhile, Kyrie micromanaging the top wave. Immortality being built already by High. Blade of Heptases from Kabuki, giving a bit more punch to the Renner's apathy that he's looking to utilize here. Using the Renner, kiting. Final slash, we're gonna Boots back right now. All of his HP bars taken away, but Onic was still able to defend. If there's one thing Albert can do, it's defend, but maybe not like this!
Oh no!
Just as I say it, Kabuki and Sin shuts it down!
Disgusting! Disgusting combo from Aura Fire, and they're looking to end the game right now, maybe?
Yeah, they can. They can.
Boots is clearing the wave. Sin is on the base. He's hitting it right now. Waves are coming down again. Boots losing all HP. Real Rubber Blades. The Mortal Coil connects. And this might be it. Kabuki still going full force at it. He's able to lifesteal all the way. Onic, one by one fall. The World Slayers have been burnt down by the Dragons, by the Prophecy. Aran is the one.
If you want to check if you're dreaming right now, pinch your cheek, because you're not. Aura Fire takes the game, a clean sweep against Onic.
Wow.
It was Bigatron yesterday, and now today it's Onic. Who